You think right now that you're hiring a closer, but the sad reality is you're actually paying for someone to be a seat warmer. And it's not because there's not a lot of good reps out there. It's because you're buying into the same BS myths that just sound smart, but it's slightly draining your company's revenue every single month. Today, I'm going to be breaking down the 5 most common sales hiring myths that is tearing your company from the inside. Now, if we haven't met before, my name is Jayce, founder of Jayce Consulting and Recruiting. And in the last 4.5 years, my team and I have placed over 1,000 high-performing sales professionals in startups and scale-ups from industries from software, marketing, coaching, service-based businesses, you name it. We specialize in building recruitment systems that filter out all the pretenders and deliver closers who will perform from month 1. Every single week, I see companies lose A players or worse, hire the wrong ones because of these myths. Now, with that being said, let's dive right into it. Myth number 1, you hire for culture fit first over sales competency. Listen, I get it. Nobody wants somebody that's going to be detrimental and toxic to the culture that you're building. However, let's be frank here for a moment. Do you really want someone who's just going to be great for happy hour but can't close a deal to save their life? We had a client that was ready to hire a perfect personality. We are talking about being likable, cracking jokes, felt like it was really part of the team. The moment they stood on that mock call and they went through that role play, all of a sudden they froze. We flagged the red flags, swapped them with a proven closer, and that rep hit the ground running so hard, they hit 127% in month 1. That so-called culture fit would have generated the company $0 if they would have stayed on for 60 days, if they would have shown the same lack of depth on that mock call that they would have brought onto the team. So remember, culture adds to performance. It does not replicate it. You first want to hire for someone that has the skills, and then second for the culture. And if we really want to start talking about must-have, the next myth that I'm going to be sharing with you is probably the one that's honestly eliminating some of the best hires in your pipeline right now. Myth number 2, industry experience is mandatory. You heard that right. Industry experience is mandatory. Some of the best salespeople that we've ever placed came from completely different industries, because selling is about process, it's about adaptability, and it's about grit. It's not just about niche knowledge. One of our clients needed a fintech closer. We brought someone in from logistics. 90 days in, that closer ended up outproducing the veterans that were there for 3 years. And when everybody asked, how were they able to do that? Well, they came in with a fresh pair of eyes. They didn't have any old habits, and they attacked the playbook going at 100 miles per hour. That simple. When it comes down to it, hire for the sales fundamentals, because I'm telling you right now, industry knowledge can be taught. But the one thing that can't be taught is grit. And if you're right now thinking what I think you're thinking, which is, well, let's just go ahead and hire them and be commission only, because only commission only gets you the most hungriest people that are out there. Well, let's just go ahead and bust that myth next. Myth bust number 3, commission only salespeople are the hungriest. And if the idea behind this is just no base equals harder selling, well, the sad reality here is that you're only going to be attracting the desperate reps, not the driven ones. The best closers that are out there, we're talking about the creme de la creme, the top 1%, they know what their worth is. And I'm telling you right now, they're not going to waste any resources that they have on any organization that's not investing into them. Now, it's not to say that commission only does not work. It does work. It works when you have a solid lead flow, when you have a solid onboarding, when you have a solid training, when you have a solid leadership, and when you have a solid offer. When you have all those things bundled, it definitely works. If you have any of these things missing, your average churn rate is going to be about 21 days. Now, don't forget this, but pay enough to attract the A players, create the compensation plans that's going to keep them hungry, and always remember this. Hiring cheap is expensive. And if you think hiring a big company star will change it for you, wait until you hear the next one. Myth number 4, they crushed at a big name company, so they're going to crush it here. Big logos don't guarantee startup success. I see this happen all the time. You end up hiring a salesperson from either a company like Salesforce or Oracle, and at first, on paper, it looks amazing because they crushed it over there, and you're thinking, well, if they crushed it over there, they could crush it over here. Wrong. That's the wrong way of thinking, because you got to take in consideration that they've been backed. They've been backed by brand awareness. They've been backed by getting fed. They've been backed by massive amounts of marketing budgets. So what I'm trying to say is that if you right now are not spending the same amount of money that Oracle or Salesforce is on their team, chances are it's going to be a complete 180 for you, because now that person has been so getting fed for the last years that they've been there that now they're going to have to focus on hunting the deal, closing the deal, and following up with the deal. Long story short, they're going to crash in 90 days. Do not bring them inside your organization. What you want to do is you want to test for self-sufficiency and grit. All you need to do is just ask them this one question, and it's just simple as this. Ask them, what would you do if you had 0 leads coming in month 1? And I promise you the answer to that question will tell you everything you need to know about whether or not if you should bring them on or not. Now, this last myth might cost you the chance to hire them at all. Myth number 5, we can take our time. The right candidate will wait. If I had $1 for every time I would hear that, I'd be a very rich man. But here's the truth. That top 1%, they're like prime real estate. They're not going to wait. They're interviewing right now 3 to 5 companies every single week. And within 10 business days, they will be off the market. We had one of our clients who decided to drag the process because they simply wanted to sample more candidates. And the reality is 3 weeks later, that candidate was booking appointments for their competitor while the client was still interviewing candidates. Speed wins when it comes to sales hiring. Have your process ready so when the right person appears, you're ready to roll. So with that being said, let's recap the 5 myths that are quietly draining your revenue every month. Number 1, hiring for culture fit over skills. Number 2, only looking at industry experience. Number 3, thinking commission only means that they're hungry. Number 4, assuming that big logo success transfers over. And number 5, moving too slow to secure the talent. If you're making any of these mistakes, you're not just missing quota, you're just giving deals to your competition. And every week that you wait, the cost compounds. At Jayce Grayye Consulting and Recruiting, we've helped companies hire over 1,000 quota crushers in the last 4.5 years. Whether you're hiring 1 rep every single month or you can't afford to hire another bad one, click the link below, fill out the form, book a call with my team, and we'll see you on the other side.